You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. Federal authorities have launched an investigation into the finances of Baltimore State's Attorney Marilyn Mosby and her husband Nick Mosby, president of the Baltimore City Council. The Baltimore Sun reported that subpoenas were issued for churches when it came to the actual tithes and offerings that they made to churches. The feds are seeking tax returns, bank and credit card statements, and business records and other financial documents. The Mosbys say they did nothing wrong. Their attorney is Scott Bolden, frequent panelist here on Roland Martin Unfiltered. He joins us right now. Scott, welcome to the show. On the other side, this is interesting. Have you ever heard of a federal investigation to ask churches about the donations of individuals to churches?
It's laughable. And in 35 years of practice in law, as a former prosecutor from New York City, who I've defended as well as prosecuted individuals in criminal tax cases, at least at the state level, it's unheard of, if you will. And what it ultimately gets at is that these are two high-profile African-American politicians. They are progressive change makers. They have called for redistribution of wealth, at least her husband has. And Marilyn Mosby is a leader in progressive prosecutors and was there before many of the others were elected, if you will. She doesn't prosecute low-level drug possession cases. She has a conviction integrity unit. She certainly looks at over-sentencing. And this is the new progressive prosecution team in Baltimore, but more importantly, spreading all around the country. And so she's been sued by the police before. She certainly stood up and prosecuted cops for Freddie Gray. And now she has to face these race-based challenges, but really more importantly, these inappropriate use of federal resources, like impaneling a criminal grand jury for two public officials who, quite frankly, don't make enough money to have a criminal investigation about them, let alone impanel a grand jury, where if you have some issues about their deductions, it goes to city audit, it goes to a civil audit, or the IRS can ask you questions about it. And if they find that they can't match up the donations, whether it's from their campaign finance committees, whether it's from their donations to churches, or whether it's in their personal lifestyles, the IRS will ask, they will audit, and then they either make you pay money, or sometimes you wind up paying them that they owed money. None of this went through any civil review process. And now they have a criminal federal investigation, criminal tax investigation, if you will, for people who make roughly $200,000 a year, who are public servants and get paid on tax dollars. And it is essentially their only income. They have started some other companies, but these companies are startups. They have not created a slush fund. The companies aren't generating any revenue. And so now they appear to be, if you believe the press report, appear to be going through donations, which were 501c3 write-offs or deductions, and matching them up to see whether a $20 donation or a $100 donation was actually made. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? And by the way, this investigation, we believe, was started under the Trump administration. We hope to end it under the Biden administration.
The federal agents, according to the Baltimore Sun, they did meet with Nick Mosby last week. And according to this story, where you have, churches saying that they have reached out to them in terms of, I've just never heard again of feds having churches turn over information about donations being made to them.
Well, if you believe that information is reliable, if you do electronic tithing, there's certainly a record of that. But Roland, you and I both know if we go to church and they're passing the hat and they pass it again for some special purpose, or a number of special purposes, right? If I write a check, you got a record of that. Otherwise, if I give $20 or $100, I'm not sure I have a record of that. I'm not sure the church has a record of that. But it shows the minutia and the debt that the government investigators and the police unions and all those who are motivated to cause them embarrassment or try to cause them embarrassment will go. They leaked this to the press. We found out about it through the press. They publicly tried to serve Nick Mosby while he was doing his job as chair of the council or chair of the board of estimates. It was embarrassing. And the amount of money at issue, if you made them pay back all of their donation, right, gave them zero credit, the amount of money at issue civilly would be minuscule compared to the federal resources used to investigate this wonderful, young, powerful, black, and political couple. Unbelievable.
All right, Scott Bolden, we certainly appreciate it. Thank you so very much, and we'll be following this story to see what happens next.
Yeah, we'll be fighting. We're going to fight to the end on this one. Thanks, Roland.
All right, folks, back to our Roland Martin Unfiltered video in just one moment.
It's time to be smart. When we control our institutions, we win. This is the most important news show on television of any racial background. Y'all put $2, $3, $4, $5, $10, $15, $20, $30 on this and keep this going. What you've done, Roland, since this crisis came out in full bloom. Anybody watching this, tell your friends. Go back and look at the last 2 weeks, especially of Roland Martin Unfiltered. I mean, hell, go back and look at the last 2 days. You've had sitting United States senators today, Klobuchar and Harris. Whatever you have that you can bring to Roland Martin Unfiltered to support it, please do, because this information may literally save your life.
Watch Roland Martin Unfiltered daily at 6 p.m. Eastern on YouTube, Facebook, or Periscope, or go to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered Daily Digital Show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. Our goal is to get 20,000 of our fans contributing $50 each for the whole year. You can make this possible. RolandMartinUnfiltered.com.